So let's move on. Let's take a look at the top 3 seeds. Now it's time to announce those top 3 seeds. First off, we already know Alabama's number 1 seed. The number 2 overall seed is Notre Dame at 12-0. They will be at that prestigious first round bye and amongst the favorites to win it. The number 3 seed is the number 4 ranked Oregon Ducks at 11-1. And out of the Pac-12, a lot of people thought that Oregon would be winners in the long run for the conference. Then they got beat by Stanford. All bets are off. But they will have that prestigious first round bye anyway. Now, those 3 teams not only have the first round bye, they have 1 less game to play. Okay? 1 less game. That means that everyone else who's in plays 4 or more. I'm about now to review the teams that should play 5 games and the second team that the winner of the first game would have to play. Basically, I'm also revealing the 4 and 5 seeds. So let's take a look at them. First off, and I'm going to tell you this much, only 3 teams in these playoffs are ranked. Unranked, excuse me. Okay, so this is a pretty stacked playoffs. Pretty stacked. Number 12 seed will be Boise State at 10-2. They're ranked 20th. And they'll be facing the Conference USA champion Tulsa. Excuse me, as I just mentioned, they won the Conference USA title in overtime. There will be a 15 seed at 10-3. That game will be in Boise, Idaho, over the blue turf. And then on also on that December 8th, Arkansas State at 9-3 will actually have a home game. The Sun Belt champion will host the 22nd ranked Louisville at 10-2. Louisville champions of the Big East, but Big East has started to become less of a major conference and more of a mid-major conference. They're definitely kind of slipping down those lines. Now, the winner of the Boise State-Tulsa game will play Florida. Winner of the Arkansas State-Louisville game will play Kansas State. Florida is ranked 3rd. Kansas State is ranked 5th. They are 4 and 5 seeds, respectively. So that's basically how it goes, and those games will be played December 15th. We move on to the game between the 7 and 10 seed, as well as the game between the 6 and the 11 seed. The winner of those games will play at the 2 seed, Notre Dame, and the 3 seed, Oregon, respectively. Let's take a look. At number 7, Stanford, as the Pac-12 champion, at 11-2, will play at home against Utah State, ranked 21st. They are 10-2. Winner of that game will play Notre Dame. Now, as I announce this next team, keep in mind, I've already announced Oregon. They're a wild card. I've already announced Florida. They're a wild card. And obviously, Notre Dame. They're also a wild card. They're not in a conference. That pretty much brings us down to 1 wild card team left. Could be Texas A&M. Could be Clemson. Could be perhaps South Carolina. Nope, none of those teams. Georgia, they lost the SEC championship. They're still in. Georgia, best LSU, Texas A&M, Clemson, and everyone else that last prestigious wild card spot at number 6 and the 6th seed at 11-2. They would play the number 17 team in the country, Northern Illinois, as an 11 seed. They are 12-1. Actually, I'm now hearing they are a 16 seed. I'm saying number 16 in the country, excuse me. But regardless, they're the number 11 seed. They would play at Georgia. Winner of that game will go to Eugene, Oregon, and play you-know-who, the team in green. So, things are now starting to get pretty interesting. Now, I think there's only 2 teams left, and I think we pretty much figured out who they are. The question is, where are they playing for their first game? Is it in Tallahassee, or is it going to be in... Excuse me. Is it going to be in Wisconsin? Is it going to be Madison? Well, the Big Ten is so down this year, it will be a disservice to give the Big Ten team a home game. Nebraska was pretty close to possibly getting a home game anyway. They blew it, and now Florida State, after winning their ACC championship game, they get their home game back, as they were projected earlier in the season to have one. And that's exactly what happened. The 12th ranked Florida State will face unranked Wisconsin as the 8 and 9 seeds. Florida State is 11-2, Wisconsin's 8-5. The winner of that game will play Alabama. And that, my friends, is the bracket for this year's college football playoff. Conferences with at-larges. Pac-12 has 1 at-large in Oregon. Notre Dame is independent, so they fill in at-large. The SEC has 2. They retain their dominance in college football. 2 teams. And of course, as you call those, are Georgia and Florida. And Georgia did beat Florida earlier in the year, as you may recall. But Florida's body of work is much better. That's why, even though both have to play 4 games, Florida has the first round bye. 5 teams. Bubble has burst. Number 9, Texas A&M. Number 11, Oklahoma. Number 10, South Carolina. Number 8, LSU. LSU is the first team out. And number 13, Clemson. So now you know. So, big disappointment for those teams. They don't get in, so they're stuck just playing with the regular bowl system. For everyone else, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use What If Sports to simulate the college football postseason. And then we're going to take a look at what if we had one, and what if we did this, to see who would have been now the true college football national champion with a playoff. One last thing, I'm going to offer just a little bit of my predictions, who I think will win in each round. In the first round, I think Florida State, Boise State, Arkansas State, Stanford, and Northern Illinois will win in the first round. Second round, I think Alabama, Boise, Kansas State, Notre Dame, and Northern Illinois will win. Semifinals, I think Alabama, Kansas State, Notre Dame, Northern Illinois will win. Alabama, Northern Illinois will meet in the championship. Alabama will become national champions in college football. But that's only a guess from me. Would that be true? I will be back in the next few weeks just to quickly go over the scenarios. And I'll share it with you. In the meantime, enjoy the college football postseason. This is Caleb Crippen, and I'll catch you